We got freedom to gain, we feed them the game. Turn on new freedom exchange, we freeing your brain. They trying to shackle your mind, no half of us blind. Remember the past, but never go backwards in time. The ancestors lived through us, they help us build a model community. New Africa is soon to be. So tune in to Sister Marsha, Mujahideen, Imam Bilal, to get your cultural enlightenment now.
Welcome back to another edition of New Freedom Exchange, your cultural expression for social dignity and community empowerment. I'm your co-host, Mujahideen, here with...
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Marsha.
Wa alaikum assalam. Imam Bilal here, live and direct. We are New Freedom Exchange. We're back. The Sunday edition, and I was about to say Saturday, Sunday edition of our show. If you are tuned in, please give salams and peace. Let us know where you're tuned in from so we can shout you out. And also, always, if you are tuned in, definitely share the live stream to your friends and family. Let them know that we are live and we are and to tune in. And also, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, New Freedom Exchange with X on YouTube, New Freedom Network on YouTube, and like our pages as well on Facebook. So how's everyone doing?
Doing well. I usually am the one to kick this off, I guess, huh? So I might as well just follow suit. Doing well. We are together in terms of family on this end because of the Thanksgiving holiday. My daughter is home from college. So that's always nice for us to all be together, the four of us, hanging tough like we do. I got a chance to go see my brother in Rhode Island. Definitely one of my favorite people of all times. My first bestie, my big brother Mike, got a chance to go see him. So that was a beautiful thing, and then just kind of chilling the rest of the time. How about for you all? What's good?
It's all good in the hood.
Stop.
I wasn't at nobody's hood. I don't know what I did these last few days. I've been in motion so much. I don't recall too much, but yeah, I mean it's that season to be jolly.
Oh Lord.
We're not that season yet. Yeah, so
next.
Family, friends, and communities. Always a good time for this. Next, right?
Alhamdulillah.
I'm having bad connections where I'm at, so I might be in and out.
Okay, no problem. Alhamdulillah, we were able to a couple of things. We spent some time with family on Thursday. I went to my aunt's house in Amityville. Myself, my mom, my brother-in-law, and or brother-in-law rather. I spent some time up there. My sister with my cousins and my aunt. So we had a good time on Thursday. So that was good. Earlier in the week, myself started counseling. I would say counseling sessions with Muslim therapists in the community. So inshallah, we'll look to make some progress through that as well. So definitely would recommend if people need help, just definitely seek out the some of the professionals that we have in our community that have been skilled and trained and certified to help. You know what I'm saying? So those will be look to get some much needed help from that. And what else happened this week? Well, last week we didn't talk about too much. Last week I missed the show. Last week with Muslim CultureCon. On last Saturday I was at City College here in New York, and Harlem had the Harlem Renaissance Classic, which hosted a couple of HBCUs going against, including my alma mater, Lincoln University in PA, going against a few predominantly white, or what they would say predominantly white institutions. So usually when you say HBCU Classic, usually versus other HBCUs, but this was a little bit different flavor. So that was nice for the children, young adults who came out. There was a lot of young adults that were present in the stands, so that was good. So to get them a little taste of some HBCU culture, there's some band action, some cheerleader action, some, of course, basketball action, and some tabling as well. So that was really good. So that's on last Saturday. So that's what I was doing last Saturday. But yeah, that's my spin, my update.
That's super cool on the therapy tip too. My daughter's going to school for psychology, so I think it's dope that that we start to utilize people in the community for the things that they are skilled at and the things that they have an expertise in. So I think I think it's super dope.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. Now, for the future presentation.
I know what happened. Wait, before we go,
Oh.
I know what happened.
What happened, Aki?
Yeah, I had a tire blowout.
Oh yes. That's the reason why we did not make our trip. That we wanted to make our trip over this past weekend.
Well, you ain't gonna say all that, Aki.
We want to make our trip, Aki. You understand? So we didn't make our trip.
He put you on the spot.
It's not a spot. A lot must on. I mean,
but I only brought that up though before we transition. I only brought that up because like sometimes we delay stuff, and then boom, something happened, and then the day it happened, everybody's closed, no help, right? So don't delay what you can do, and that's part of our teaching, right? Do what you can do today, and don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. So that's really why.
Don't forget also to shout out the what we did with the bean pies.
Yeah. For those who support us, we appreciate you all.
Yes.
The Prosperity Pie Tour. We only was able to do the Northeast because of the flat. We couldn't hit the South, but we're looking forward to bringing it back to the South. Maybe in December. We got a date in December, so we'll be down there in the South for December. So look out for that. And of course, we can't forget the Midwest, and we have our brother here from the West, and we got some brothers out in the West that got some pies. So we're gonna bring it out to the West as well, no doubt. So without no further ado, I mean, we got the information from Sister Aisha K, the mother of our community, the editor of the Muslim Journal. She gave us the heads up, and we reached out to the brother, and he was so gracious to be available today to bless us. So we welcome our dear brother, Umar Hakim Bey. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, rahmatullah. How's the family?
Alhamdulillah. Well, Aki.
Doing well. Glad to have you on. I'm excited to hear about the organization you're connected to. I'm excited to hear about the opportunity that's connected to that. I have a college student who potentially is interested, and so she sent me to get all the deets. Inshallah, we learn all about it. But tell us a little bit about yourself, or a lot of bit about yourself.
Mashallah. First of all, I want to thank you all for even having this platform for our community to be heard and noticed and recognized. My name is Umar Hakim Bey. I'm a resident of Compton, California. I always start with my mom. My mom is from South America. She returned to Allah in 2019, and she was raised in Guyana. She made it here in the 1960s. Like 65, 64, she landed in the city of Compton, and she became a nurse manager over at one of the county in the county of Los Angeles at Martin Luther King Hospital. And from there, this single mom raised me here in the city of Compton with some loving people. I have a foster mom that she left me with. I consider her my foster mom. And she raised me one way, my mother raised me one way, and it's just a beautiful combination, right? So fast forward, I went to all three schools here in the city of Compton. Well, it's more than three schools, but Dickinson, Davis, and Compton High. Graduated in 1988. I then went on to have a cable technician job for the local cable company. And then in 2000, and then on my job, is where I received my first Quran. That was in December 1997. December 31st, 1997. I received my first Quran from Sister Rebecca Smith. And I read that book All praise is due to I read it. And the last time I really read a book like that was like the 6th grade, right? So I read this book for like the next 6 months. And when July 3rd, 1998 came, I said, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And it's been an uphill battle ever since to trying to grab this deen and practice it the best way I can. So, you know, I'm a father, a husband, a neighbor, a community organizer, a business owner. Hopefully that's the best speeches or short speeches, what my mentor tells me.
No, that's super cool. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
It's always amazing to kind of hear how people came to Islam, right? Because sometimes we see someone who's prominent in the community and active, and the assumption is always, oh, they grew up in this community, and that's not always the case. So it's always beautiful to hear like how people got connected, because everyone has such a unique story.
You know what, Sister Mark, I always consider myself the new kid on the block, because coming into the Deen, all my brothers and sisters in the community, they went to Claire Muhammad. They went to the School of Islam. They went to, and when they get together, they have all these beautiful stories, the bazaar and everything. And I can't even relate.
Same here.
But I love to hear the stories. I know I've been blessed to come into a beautiful family, and I always consider myself like that new kid on the elementary playground.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, we're grateful to again have you here, brother. And your story is definitely not definitely a unique story. Something definitely a unique story growing up on the West Coast in Compton. And want to transition just a little bit, but still ties to Compton, and your upbringing in Compton as it relates to what you do now. I mean, you have a very extensive resume and extensive bio, so we're really not going to
I gotta optimize that, bro. I'm not applying for jobs anymore. I gotta optimize that. My bad. I'm still in the mindset. I'm applying for jobs, so I gotta stop that. I'm a business owner now.
Okay, all right. So let's transition to that and transition to the work that you're doing now in your business. What kind of business you have? Why did you start that business? So let's talk a little bit about that too. What you do right now. What are you doing right now?
Okay. Long short story is let me see. Where can I start? The Compton Masjid, Al-Rashid. We was having a shura about some issues that we was having in the community. So then Imam Sadiq Safir and Naeem Shaw Jr., who are the founders of Intellect, Love, and Mercy Foundation, came to facilitate the shura. And then after the shura, they was like, you need to come with us. So then Imam Sadiq told me to get Naeem's number, and I called, and by that next week, I came on as a volunteer with Intellect, Love, and Mercy Foundation, which was founded in 1998. And so I started off as a volunteer, and then from there, I became associate director. Then I ended up becoming, when Naeem decided to move across the water, I became its executive director. So my training, my training for community leadership, my training and my dean comes under as a student of Imam Sadiq Safir. And I've been able to navigate the waters from there, because, doing this community work, it gives you, it gives us certain skills. So with the skills that I had before that was transferable, I put that into my leadership, right? So then now, fast forward, the shirt that I have on, the word is, this is the phonetic sound of the word encourage. So if you look up the word encourage in the word, you see this phonetic pronunciation. So I was applying for a fellowship in Cambridge, and they said you needed this. They said you needed a social entrepreneurial project. So I got to asking my colleagues, give me some feedback about myself. Tell me, So the word encourage kept popping up, kept popping up. So I looked it up in the dictionary, right? And I saw the phonetic sound. I said, that's hot. So I called my lawyer and I said, can we trademark this? And she said, let's try. And we trademarked it. So encourage is now an advisory that helps purpose-driven organizations and individuals scale their capacity through program development, audience insights, and personal one-to-one coaching. So encourage is a brand for leaders.
That's dope.
Thank
That's
you.
dope. Like this, like
Yes, yeah.
you're speaking my language, okay? So like I'm like, that is dope. I love that. Like I love that, you know, it's the phonetic for encourage. I love what you describe in terms of what the work is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important that we provide services to local organizations around capacity building, right? Because so many people have so many great ideas and they come together and they start something and they don't know how to make it grow, to make it more, to make it better, to make it have a larger impact. And so the fact that you all provide this capacity building and connection to programming and the like is, it's amazing, because we need that. We need that locally. You know, sometimes we're looking at these larger organizations and we're like, man, I would love to do that. Or
Mm-hmm.
the ideas that we have, very often, when I say we, I'm talking, smaller organizations. Sometimes they're even more innovative, right, than the big company, but we just kind of need that assistance to grow it. And so it sounds like you all help in that respect. So I think that that's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
So I would like us to talk a little bit about this African American Muslim Insight Council and the MPAC organization, because I knew nothing about this. So I was just like, oh, I can't wait to get him on the show, because I need him to explain what this is. I think it's important for our local communities to know that this exists and what it does, and how our young people can be connected to it so that they could have an opportunity to do something great.
Okay. So I tell everything in story format, right? So, okay, check it out. Here we go. I've been knowing Salam Mariotti since my days in Amicly over at USC. Amicly is American Muslim Civic Leadership Institute. It's a leadership program. I met him there. And he's another community leader here in Los Angeles. So we worked together on various projects. We at the mayor's table, the interfaith table, and we worked together on various city projects. So during the pandemic, him and Hassan Zini invited me to their office. So MPAC is an acronym for Muslim Public Affairs Council. Their mission is basically to leave America better than when they found it. You know what I'm saying? They want to enrich America with Islamic principles, with the work that we do as Muslims, and just leave America better than when we found it. So Muslim Public Affairs Council, shortened to MPAC, they are a policy organization here in Los Angeles and in Washington, D.C. And they have a list of programs that they do, from CLDP, Congressional Leadership Development Program, to Mustard Seed, which is an interfaith program. They have the Human Security Campaign. I could go on and on. This is one of my community partners. So in 2020, after the George Floyd situation, they wanted to increase their understanding of the African American community, because how many times have we said that these organizations don't understand us or they don't represent us? But here you have an organization that has reached out and said, hey, we want to understand so our policies could be well-rounded and focused and represent our people. So Hassan Zini and Salam, they was giving me an offer. I said, hey, can you help me scale my purpose? And they was like, yeah. So from there, I joined the organization as a consultant from Encourage. So even though I am a part of the staff, I'm still they're still a client of mine. And And so one of the first assignments that was asked of me was to create a council of African Americans. Otto Khan, which is on the board, he said, Umar, can you help us create this council? So, with me, I always take a deep breath. I think about things before I say it. And I say, okay, let's do it. So then, so this council basically started with Imam Tariq Akil, Katrina Hamilton, Najma Brown, and Imam Fatim Saifullah, and then we later onboarded Khalid Madani. So right now, the council consists of Imam Abu Qadir from San Francisco, Sister Katrina Hamilton, Attorney Najma Brown, and Khalid Madani, who is a professional CPA. So now we have 4 professionals who are very engaged in their community. You find Khalid having major talks on Clubhouse. You find Imam Abu Qadir leading the San Francisco and the Oakland community. He's like a pillar there. You have Sister Katrina, who's a writer with the Muslim Journal, and she's well deep into education. And you have Najma Brown, who's an attorney here in Los Angeles. So here you have 4 Muslim professionals on council that's called the American Muslim Insight Council to MPAC. And our purpose is to basically build impact capacity of understanding for the African American community.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Our efforts.
Yeah, no, that is amazing because and you're right. There are often times that we say, they don't have our perspective in mind, and they don't really know what inclusion of us how that would strengthen what they have, and here is an opportunity for that to happen.
Yeah, so like this policy organization could have easily said, now we speak for you.
Right.
But they took the extra step to say, hey, can you help us create this council? So 1, they are empowering African American to scale his business. 2, they're trusting us with our insight to help make a more collective, collaborative understanding. So and 3, it helps guard them from what's that word that we use all the time? Cultural appropriation.
Right.
Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
It guards them by including by practicing 13, getting to know one another, lead to Arafu.
Right.
So yes, I have to commend Muslim Public Affairs Council for stepping up and recognizing what they want to do to make their organization better and to give us a platform. And so I guess we're going to transition to some of the programs, but yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sure you wanted to add something.
No, I would like to. Yeah, I'm on the same wave. We'd like to hear more about the programming that's offered through the MPAC.
So it's impact.org. If anybody want to look it up online, they have a good informational website with a lot of information on it, right? So one of the programs that now this is another story. So Sister Aisha, I first met her. I was on an assignment to pick her up from the airport for the Black Leadership Conference with Lamppost, between Lamppost and Isla LA here, right? So she was the first one I picked up from the airport, and then we drove. So this sister, I recently contacted her because I needed to get the word out, right? So I said, Muslim Journals, Sister Aisha, I'm pretty sure they got a news blast. Bingo. So I called Imam Abu Qadir. I said, Imam Abu Qadir, do you have Sister Aisha's number? Because I lost it. And he sent me the number. And so I texted her. She said, yeah, brother, call me in the morning. So then I called her in the morning. Basically what we're doing now, she, very smart woman who internalize things carefully. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's what our elders do. You know what I'm saying? They make sure they listen any shenanigans. You see what I'm saying? And by Salam Ariardi already having previous experience in Mississippi, she's like, okay, let's do it. So then she got the information from me. I sent a little blurb. She transformed it in some good language, you know what I mean? And then it went out. So, and the program is called CLDP, the acronym, but it means Congressional Leadership Development Program. The roots of it is that a donor left X amount of dollars to MPAC to further this program. If they watching, I'm hoping I'm getting it right. Left X amount of dollars or they donate every year to place Muslims in congressional offices as interns. And so what MPAC does, they have many programs that deal in Washington, D.C. They did lobbying and things like that through their C4. But this particular program is to help those college students who have an interest in public administration and or government to get that step in to have that to get that jump that they need into the world of politics under in an office where they could basically learn the ropes and get a taste of this program. And they provide housing and a stipend for the students, because a lot of programs you say, okay, we're gonna recruit you, but you're gonna go on volunteer.
Exactly.
This situation, they provide a stipend and housing. So
sweet.
They take care of their basic needs, so they can now concentrate on the time that they have in the program in DC.
So that was you done answered the questions. So I told you my daughter sent me on a mission, right?
I pray that she applied. The deadline is December 14th, and if they use the code AAMIC in the referral, they'll get their applications. I'm not gonna say promoted, but they'll get it. Okay, came through this source.
Right.
But I pray that she because we need more Ilhan Omars. We need more Rashida Tallers. We need more what's my man in Minnesota?
Keith Ellison.
We need more Keith Ellisons.
Yes.
We need more of these people. And here's an organization that's giving us a pipeline to that. You feel me? So we have to take advantage of these opportunities. And because in my mind, 2024 is coming up. Ain't got nothing to do with yay, but 2024 is coming up, which is the presidential elections. And this one is, to me, this is the most serious one of it all. Because 2016 took me through a spin, and then this Biden thing took me through a spin. But if our community has to now the opportunity to organize our voice, and prepare for when these politicians come to us for our vote, we now can say, hey. So this is another topic. We now can say, can you abide by our values?
Right.
That's what I want to organize towards. Can you honor our values? And if you can, whether you're Republican or Democrat, if you can respect our values, you may have our vote. And if you win, can we have another meeting with you when you win?
Right. Yeah, no, that's crucial what you just laid out, because oftentimes, we're shy about making those kinds of requests, but that's a real request. I live by a certain value system. Can what you do with your role, with your prestige, with your position, can it also encompass what is valuable to me? And so I think that's definitely key. So, but like I said, my daughter sent me, on this mission. So she was like, okay, do they have a stipend? I was like, I don't know. I'm sure I will ask. So you answered that. So we know.
I don't know how much it is, but
that's fine. She sent me for, do they have it? So
okay, yeah.
And I'm sure that others who are watching, if they have college students connected to them, that was probably a question.
I just at least if they apply, their applications will be on record for next year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So please apply. It's very,
Yeah.
very important.
And she was also concerned about what the living arrangements was going to be, because she's currently a student in DC. She goes to Howard University. But she was just like, well, in the summer, I'm not going to be on campus. So you just share with us
Man,
the
if you know
housing.
anything about Muslim Public Affairs Council, they do it all the way.
Okay.
They provide nice accommodations, because they're gonna take care of the students as if it was their own children.
Nice.
You know, not
And
saying
this is
it's
open
not gonna
to
be.
youth around the country? Yes.
This is open to any college student who's currently in college.
Okay.
And especially those who have a interest in government and or public administration. Bilal, you gonna say something?
No, I was a couple of things. It's one, of course, we will share the information to our audiences here. That's the reason why we have you on the show, and we will continue to pump it out even after the program to our various audiences. I'm also very familiar with MPAC. Prior to this show, I did not do the internship program directly, but indirectly. Through another coalition that myself, the Marsha and Bro Deen are running, which is the HBCU MSA coalition. Actually, MPAC social media is actually one of our followers. They're actually following us on social media. I have shared this internship. I have shared this internship to students prior to let them know about it. I do know that the housing is really good. They really do it up in DC. So I do applaud this program for its existence. And to add to that conversation, that our leadership, this is why we appreciate our leadership under Imam Muhammad, who really opened up our doors to civic engagement, really busted those doors down. And a lot of members of our community hold elected positions, either in the city council, local, state, or federal level, because of those efforts. And we have other organizations like American Coalition for Good Government that's still pumping and still exists, who promote, political and social and civic engagement, amongst our community. So I definitely applaud the work that you're doing, Brother Umar, out in Compton, and also, with the MPAC, because it's much needed work. So I definitely just want to make that connection.
Can I make a correction? Always talking the principles in the pronouns of we, us, and our. It's not just me. You know what I mean? The work that we are doing, because,
yes.
The work that we are doing, and I'm in collaboration in this effort. I'm in collaboration with not only Muslim Public Affairs Council, but Muslim Journal, because Sister Aisha has offered some opportunities as well. So this is a total. Hopefully, I would like to consider this a nation. Where are y'all located?
So I'm in Jersey.
Jersey.
I'm in New York.
Oh, this is a nationwide push.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And actually, I knew about this opportunity before the show as well. And I was saying, I was like, you got cheerleaders out there for this initiative. Because, right. So, Sister Coffee McDowell actually sent it to me probably almost 2 weeks ago, because she knew that my daughter's at Howard. So she was like, maybe your daughter's interested in this. Yeah. The deadline's coming up, and she shot it to me via text. So you got people pushing it, brother.
So yes, Katrina Hamilton is also pushing it as well, because this is dear to her. So I was gonna say something, but I'm really excited just having the opportunity that we could, because I did a listening campaign, right? I'm a community organizer by nature, and one of my hats is I'm the president for LA Voice, which is a community organizer here in Los Angeles. Okay. So I perform a mini listening campaign, right? And I'm gonna ask you this question. In my micro listening campaign, I asked the question: does the Muslim community have power?
Yes.
I would say yes, and I would add a caveat to that. And I would say that the Muslim community has power. They don't always recognize the power that lies within.
Bilal?
That's the caveat I want to say too. But building off of that, we're a block. We can be a block. What they call voting block. That's what I'm saying. And ideally, all of the candidates come they're looking for re-election, who they come to? They come to the Muslim community,
Mhm.
especially if they're a Muslim city, predominantly Muslim city, like where we live in, New York, Newark. These are predominantly heavily populated, Philadelphia, heavily populated Muslim communities, Atlanta,
Mhm.
LA,
Mhm.
heavily populated Muslim communities. And
Yeah.
not just with immigrant Muslim community, our immigrant Muslim brothers, but also with the African American Muslim community, and them knowing the history of the African American Muslim community in those
Yeah.
cities, and what they have built over the years. So, and for us to come together and know, like Marsha said, our voice, and recognize our voice and recognize our power, we should be coming to the table with
Man,
requests.
I'm coming to one of your bars, bro. You just said it. Recognize our power. You feel me? So I hope it's streamed online because the plane ticket's kind of expensive these days. But yeah. So I was on the opposite spectrum because I believe in two principles: agitate and inspire. Right? Both
Mhm.
lead to change. So I would say no, we don't have power. Though we have organizations, influencers, activists. We have everything we need.
Mhm.
It's just not organized.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
so as I went on in this campaign and listening, I said we have everything we need.
Right.
We're just not organized. So we do have. So now I agree. We do have power. We just have to harness it, like
Right.
Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Harness it into that and share the power among all our communities. Because just on this call alone, just from one communication with Sister Aisha K, we're on this call. That's
Right.
power. That's intangible power. You see what I'm saying? So out in my organizing, I always say the black man's poverty is our oil. And what I mean by that, Saudi, Texas, all these places, they got resources of oil, right?
Right.
Our poverty, our power comes from our poverty. And that type of wealth is valuable to a lot of people, but are we using it to wield
Right.
power?
Right.
You feel me? So I really believe that our poverty is our all, and Allah gave that to us for whatever reasons, to make us better, to build our capacity. We have a cold history of pain that could actually transform us into being the best and lead others.
Yeah. No, and that lead others is key, especially when we're talking about this congressional leadership development program, and we're talking about our college students who are, transitioning to becoming our next leaders, right? That whole idea around the fact that we're connected in terms of our relationship to
Yes.
being Muslim and connected to Al Islam. We have the solutions to a lot of issues that
Yeah.
that exist. And if anybody should be in leadership, I say it should be us, right? And
Yeah, we
so
should be one of the ones at the table. Yes.
absolutely. So we got to sit at the table in order for that to happen. And this program sounds like a great vehicle for
Yeah.
that to begin to happen on a larger scale.
So, like, if I can define power, it's the ability to act, having the ability, having the will. It's like when our will and ability comes together, as Imam Jihad would say, when our will and ability comes together, we can now respond to organize money, ideas, and people. You see what I'm saying? So here you have MPAC sharing its power, Sister Aisha sharing her power, the new Freedom Network sharing their power to get out a word about a program. Now, for us to bring all this together, it's powerful. MashaAllah. And it's not the type of power that we want to, it's like taqwa, it's the type of power that we want to come closer to Allah with and gain his mercy and share it, so to leave America better than when we found it. It's that type of power, not to keep it to ourselves or try to marginalize other people, but to create a voice.
Yeah. And there's so many more opportunities for us to connect in that way, right? To highlight great programs like this and others, right? We just got to talk to each other. We just got to
Yes.
connect with each other and talk from our areas of strength. You know, even you mentioned, I could imagine that a young person who's looking at this or will come in contact with this will say, well, you know, maybe I don't want to necessarily work on Capitol Hill, but the experience that you'll get from and being a part of this program will help to catapult you maybe in some other area. I know with public administration, there's so many opportunities. My master's degree is in public administration. So I know that there are so many other opportunities that, you know, if you don't necessarily want to ultimately be on Capitol Hill, there'll be other places that you can be, that you can have an impact. And this program will catapult you to getting to those places. So
Yes.
if you have college students that you are connected to out there, please make sure that they connect with this opportunity. You know, unique opportunities like this don't always come around. And for our young people, we always want them to be exposed to bigger, to better, to greater, to an opportunity that is going to allow them to make their mark in the world and by doing that also make our mark in the world. The brother said, you know, he speaks in we and our. So, you know, when we do it, even when we do it individually, we do it for so many more that are standing behind us and that we are standing on and that are standing on top of us. So I say let's push this far and wide for our college students. Internships are so vital and key for just helping to build a resume and to allow those college students to gain some tangible experience that they can then take forward with them.
And then because now we're creating partnerships with a policy organization that welcomes interns. Muslim Public Affairs definitely need interns in DC at their DC office, in the LA office, and the experience, the empowerment that you get out of that, it could go a long way. So definitely let's all carry this black stone to the Kaaba. And not saying that, and what I mean by that is we have to find one thing that we could center around and scale that one idea that'll give us the necessary voice that we need to make a difference, to keep making a difference here in America, because you got leaders like Imam Abu Qadir, Aisha, Naeem Shaw Sr. I mean, we could go down a long list of men and women who stood on this platform, that W.D. Muhammad, who stood on this platform that we're standing on, Dr. Hatu. You know, I could go on and on. And I feel that we should continue to carry this mission.
Right. And I would, as you were talking, I'm like, every year when the opportunity comes out, it should be announced in the masjid, right? In all the masjids. We should always just be looking forward to every year when it's time for the opportunity to come out again, that we make sure that the students that we sent off to college know about it, and that it's at least announced to them, whether they take the opportunity or not, that it's announced to them, that they know it's coming, that we know it's coming, and that it's a standard item or a standard announcement every year in all our masajid.
So as long as Muslim Public Affairs Councils decide to deal with me or have me on board, I'm gonna try and get the news out the best way I can to the community, because man, you never know. Like what really helped me get to this opportunity are all the trainings and the meetings that I took before the pandemic, right? Because all those trainings and meetings helped prepare me to be considered for the position I was doing, considered essential, right? So now what's going to help our young people get to their appointments is the training that they're going to endure, the challenges that they're going to meet, the people who they network with, And a lot of that is found in programs like CLDP to prepare them for wherever they may want to go. They may become a doctor, but now they thinking like a policy person and being a doctor, or you thinking like a community organizer as being an architect or whatever. You know, you have this capacity, a new capacity to deal with life.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I mean, this is been really beautiful, to say the least, to have this opportunity to speak with you, brother, and to learn more about the efforts. You know, learn more about these efforts that's being put forth. Definitely want to encourage everyone to apply, and definitely encourage everyone to participate. And send this to your students, your scholars who are away from college now, so they can have something to look forward to that's paid and full living housing given. But also, you know, as a Muslim community, the work of collaboration. We need to be building more synonymous. The other word I want in science, where one feeds off another, but it doesn't hurt the other one. What's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'll think about it later, probably after the show. But anyway, a relationship where, you know, we're all, it's one feeding the other, and we're all mutually benefiting without hurting each other. And not one is, when I say hurting each other, that means not one is taking all the benefit and leaving the other one out. You know what I'm saying? So building these meaningful collaborations between masajids and organizations, between coalitions and organizations and things of that nature, it holds a lot of thank you, brother Salam Al Maradi's tuned in from MPAC. He said symbiotic. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Oh, he's
Thank
online?
Yeah, he's online.
Yeah,
he's
online.
That's a good cat right there, man. That's a good dude right there, for real.
So he said symbiotic. That's the word I was looking for. A symbiotic relationship where it's balanced, where we're all, you know, we all are benefiting in some regard. So, you know, alhamdulillah, these initiatives exist, and we need to take advantage of these opportunities. And there's more like them out there that provide opportunities for us to either increase our knowledge in Islam or to increase our skill sets. You know, we need to do both, and we definitely need to empower our young people to do both, increasing their knowledge, not of the West, but mainly important their Islamic knowledge and also their skill sets and what they want to do in life. So, and provide them those opportunities.
A call to action?
Oh yes, come on.
Absolutely. Okay. That's what we do here. That's what we do here.
I would like to challenge our community. One, get to know your community. And once you get to know your community, define what it can do. Two, get to know people outside of your community. And once you know that, define what it can do. Bring it together and utilize these resources. And don't just chase money. Chase talent, skills, the core values of the relationships. And so the call to action is, let's prepare to gain our human security in 2024. And when I think about human security, we have a campaign called Human Security. It's based on the FDR speech. So freedom from fear, freedom from want, freedom of expression, and freedom of worship. These are all rights that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given his vicegerent, whether it's a male or female. You know what I'm saying? We have this human security on earth is our right. You know what I'm saying? So by 2024, let's organize. Let's organize and prepare ourselves to have, so the Muslim voice can be recognized as a block vote. And let's change the game. That's my call to action.
I love it. Let me tell you something. You took my job tonight, and I'm happy for it.
My bad.
Nope, you good. You my good, bad. My brother. Let me tell you. I usually at the end I always have, they be like, here she comes. She about to challenge the community to do something. Nope, you got it. That's yours.
Yeah.
That's yours for the night.
We got some. The work is not going to be easy. Do not run from your community organizers, because I'm affiliated with the PICO network here in California, or LA, the LA Voice. I'm affiliated with Policy Network, Muslim Public Affairs Council. We got so many resources. We affiliated with the city of Los Angeles. We at the table now trying to fight for our First Amendment right. You know what I'm saying? And even though the Constitution, it may seem like the Constitution has not worked for us, but that First Amendment right has always given us the platform for Frederick Douglass, for Sojourner Truth. The First Amendment right has always protected Harriet Tubman. So we have to utilize, has catapulted Marcus Garvey, has catapulted W.D. Muhammad. The First Amendment has supported any leader that wants to speak against oppression. So we got to use it to the best of our ability.
Alhamdulillah. And we have the link as well to the Muslim Journal press release and references to the MPAC internship opportunity. So if you get a chance, go check it out. We will be sharing that as well on our platform, but that is the link there. So for those who want to read the Muslim Journal's press release done by our very own Sister Aisha K. Mustafa, chief editor. We love her. We love her dearly. Thank you, Sister Aisha K, for the recommendation. Brother Umar. And this is what community is for. And making those connections and connecting those. This is what community building looks like 101. So we have our call to action, believers, given by Brother Umar, and we have our initial call to action, which is to share out this opportunity to the masajids across the country and to get to their children, to get to the scholars quickly as possible. So, inshallah, we hope to fill those positions with some representation from our community being there to represent for the internship, inshallah, God willing. That is our goal. And we hope that so you listeners, those who listen live now, and those who will listen to the replay, take up the call to action, share this opportunity, and also share in the call to action to actually get to know your community, get to know all the players, all the stakeholders, and actually get ready for 2023, going to 2024, and moving forward, in terms of really building community. So with that being said, Sister Marsha, do you have any last remarks?
No, yeah. Listen, the call to action came from.
I got one more.
Go for it. Go for it.
Another call to action, Aki?
Nah, man. Call to action? I got to take care of the house rules right now. Follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
At INKERIJ _ the word encourage. And then you can also find my work at encourage.net. INKERIJ.net.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's
follow each other. I'm with it. I do this thing called what are you doing? What are you working on? So it's gonna be exciting.
How you spell it again? Encourage?
INKERIJ. ERIJ. _ the word encourage, and Umar Hakim should pop up.
Okay, here it comes. Okay, here it comes. So
there you go. Yeah, that's me right there. That's it. That's my website right there. Yeah.
Okay. So our engineer caught it. All right, inshallah. Perfect. So so go check out the website for Brother Umar right there, and check out the amazing work that they're doing out on the West Coast. And we'd love to connect. Inshallah, we are planning to come out there soon, to the West Coast. So we definitely love to connect.
Kid. Just let me know when you get here. You gotta pay for your own hotel room though, but I'm your ambassador. Definitely, I could take you around, bring you to Isla, LA.
Absolutely.
Just let me know. You come visit the Muslim Public Affairs office. All that.
Absolutely.
Wherever you want to go, man, we got access. All praises due to Allah.
Alhamdulillah. And we definitely take you up on that offer. And we definitely appreciate your time this evening. And we hope to see everyone soon. Inshallah. Stay well, everyone. Stay safe and stay prayed up. So stay prayed up in these times.
Ameen.
And stay healthy as well. Inshallah. Till next time. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Legacy, legacy. Brothers and sisters, let's celebrate. Legacy, legacy. Muslim Journal, 60 years today. Legacy, legacy. Our history, our perspective, our way. Legacy, legacy. Islam is our path, success away. Legacy, legacy. Visit MuslimJournal.net online. Legacy, legacy. Tech sponsor the 999. Legacy, legacy. 999. Legacy, legacy. MuslimJournal.net online. Legacy, legacy. Brothers and sisters, let's celebrate. Legacy, legacy. Muslim Journal, 60 years today. Legacy, legacy. Our history, our perspective, our way. Legacy, legacy. Islam is our path, success away. Legacy, legacy. Visit MuslimJournal.net online. Legacy, legacy. Tech sponsor the 999. Legacy, legacy. 999. Legacy, legacy. MuslimJournal.net online.